Hello friends, back again with another edition of Card Analysis. Magic Modern Horizons Collector Booster. Let's see what we find. Open them up. Oh, tab. It doesn't have a tab. Alright. Rares on the bottom. Alright. Foreboding Landscapes. Add 1 colorless mana. Sacrifice Foreboding Landscape. Search your library for a basic swamp, forest, or island card and put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Utter Insignificance. Flash. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature loses all abilities and has base power and toughness 1/1. 2 and a colorless mana. Exile enchanted creature. Ooh, Hydra. Nyxborn Hydra. Bestow. X mana and 2 greens. If you cast this card for its bestow cost, it's an aura spell with enchant creature. It becomes a creature again if it's not attached. Reach, trample. Nyxborn Hydra enters the battlefield with X 1/1 counters on it. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each +1/+1 counter on Nyxborn Hydra and has reach and trample. That is an amazing common card. Scurrilous Sentry. Menace. Whenever Scurrilous Sentry enters the battlefield or attacks, it connives. Wastegate Battle Mage. Uncommon. Kicker. 1 green or 1 and or 1 and a blue. Wastegate Battle Mage. When you cast this spell, if it was kicked with its kicker, exile target artifact or enchantment an opponent controls. When you cast this spell, if it was kicked with its 1 and blue kicker, return target creature to an opponent controls to its owner's hand. And this also has, you can I think do both, and it's at 1 and a colorless mana. Strong. Static Prison. Enchantment. When Static Prison enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent an opponent controls until Static Prison leaves the battlefield. You get 2 energy counters. At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, sacrifice Static Prison unless you pay an energy counter. So it's good for 2 rounds. Spawn Gang Commander. Devoid. This card has no color. When you cast this spell, create 3/0/1 colorless Eldrazi spawn creature tokens. With sacrifice this creature, add 1 colorless mana. Sacrifice an Eldrazi with 1 and a colorless. Spawn Gang Commander deals 2 damage to any target. Oh, that's cool. Nice goblin. This would be really good in a goblin deck. Ooh, basic land. Full Art Swamp. Foil. What's this? Oh, wow. Tireless Provisioner. Landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, create a food token or a treasure token. Elf Scout. 1 or 2 and a green. Unstable Amulet Artifact. When Unstable Amulet enters the battlefield, you get 2 energy counters. Whenever you cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand, Unstable Amulet deals 1 damage to each opponent. Exile the top card of your library. You may play it until you exile another card with Unstable Amulet. So, whenever Unstable Amulet enters the battlefield, you get 2 energy counters. Whenever you cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand, Unstable Amulet deals 1 damage to each opponent. Okay, so you pay 2 energy counters, exile the top card of your library, and you may play it until you exile another card with Unstable Amulet. What does that mean? So you pay 2 and tap, exile the top card of your library. Oh, okay. And then you deal 1 damage, and then you can play it until you exile another card. So you can only have 1 card in exile at a time. And that's 1 and a red. Alright, here's our first rare. You get X energy counters, X and 2 whites. Well, there's a lot of expanding mana spells in this set. So you get X energy counters, then you may pay any amount of energy counters, destroy each artifact, creature, and enchantment with mana value less than or equal to the amount of energy counters paid this way. Wow. That comes out as a sorcery. Yeah. Wipe the board with that one. All you really need is 4 mana in the early game. Oh, look at that. I got a full art, mythic, legendary creature, human artificer. 1 and a blue, red, and white. Menace and haste. Satya Aetherflux Genius. That is a beautiful card. See if we can get in on the shine there. Yeah. Whenever Satya Aetherflux Genius attacks, create a tapped and attacking token that's a copy of up to 1 other target non-token creature you control. You get 2 energy counters. At the beginning of the next end step, sacrifice that token unless you pay an amount of energy counters equal to its mana value. So whenever he attacks, you create a tapped and attacking token that's a copy of 1 other non-token creature you control, and you get 2 energy counters. That's awesome. Basically, create a copy of anything. What's this? Oh, 4 and you can pay with life. Kirik, son of Yawgmoth. Lifelink. For each black in a cost, you may pay 2 life rather than pay that mana. Oh yeah, that's the old Phyrexian mechanic that they just came out with during Phyrexia. Whenever you cast a black spell, I think so. If it came out before Phyrexia, let me know in the comments. Whenever you cast a black spell, put a 1/1 counter on Kirik, son of Yawgmoth. And it has lifelink. Woo, that's a bad card. Warren Soul Trader. Pay 1 life, sacrifice another creature, create a treasure token. That's really pretty, but probably a better collector than a card in your deck. It's kind of rough. Pay 1 life, sacrifice another creature, and just create a treasure token? I don't know. Oh, look, another mythic. Special guest. Grief. Is this thing textured? Yeah, I think it is textured. Oh, that might be worth a pretty penny. Grief, Menace. When Grief enters the battlefield, target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards that card. Evoke. Exile a black card from your hand. And it has Menace. So this would pair up with a good, a good deck that plays cards from exile or gets counters from exile. I'm sure there's some really interesting, really interesting combos you can do with this. And it is textured. I don't know if you can see it. I got it on 60. There it is. But I'm not sure if that's the textured thing for this deck. And then Eldrazi Spawn token and Zombie Army token. Alright. So let's figure out how much Grief is worth. And put it in the comments. If you want to buy it, it'll be available on Hubby's Hobbies, as always. Take care, everybody.